What's up, guys? Andy Drifter here. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you're all having a wonderful Sunday. And we are now up to part 17 of my ongoing series, some of my favorite autographs. This video is going to be the NHL edition. I'm going to show you 5 autographs from some of the best players to ever set foot on ice. 4 of them are Hall of Famers. But before I get into that, I want to thank everybody who's taken the time out to watch 1 through 16 or any one of those episodes. I truly appreciate your viewership. Now, you may have heard me mention in the past that baseball and football, those are my 2 primary sports. So I am a casual hockey fan. My knowledge at best is pedestrian. But that being said, I do enjoy the atmosphere. Every now and again, I do go to a hockey game. It's been several years. I've been to a Tampa Bay Lightning game as well as a Chicago Blackhawks game. The atmosphere is always electric. So with that being said, I'm going to show you some of these autographs. I hope you enjoy it. First up is a signed 8x10 by Hall of Famer Mike Modano. He was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 2014. One of the greatest ever to do it. He holds every franchise record in Dallas Stars history, and it's highly unlikely that any of those records will ever be broken. In 1988, he was the first overall draft pick, and throughout his career, he did live up to the hype. Played 19 years for the Stars organization. The first 4 years were in Minnesota. They were the Minnesota North Stars. And then they moved to Dallas, and he spent 15 years there. In 99, he did win a Stanley Cup. And in the final year of his 20-year storied career, he did play for the Red Wings. Detroit is his hometown. He is the all-time scoring leader by an American-born player. And it's hard to imagine that anybody will ever break those records either. He is now an executive advisor for the Minnesota Wild NHL organization. And you've got to put him on the Mount Rushmore in terms of all-time greatest athletes in Dallas, right alongside Dirk Nowitzki, Emmett Smith. Who would you say takes that 4th spot? Would it be Michael Irvin? Would it be Luka? I can't imagine anybody who ever played for the Rangers being worthy of that spot. But there it is. I got a chance to meet him last summer at an autograph signing in Allen, which is a suburb of Dallas. Great looking signature. And as you can see on the lower right-hand corner, it's got its stamp of approval by JSA. You are looking at a copy of Beating the Odds in Hockey and in Life. This is the autobiography of Chicago's own Eddie Olczyk. He spent 16 years in the NHL, spent time with the Blackhawks, the Maple Leafs, the Penguins, and the Rangers. It was with the Rangers he won his Stanley Cup in '94. Till this day, he's got the second longest point streak in NHL history at 18 games. After leaving hockey, he was the head coach of the Pittsburgh Penguins from 2003 to 2005. But it's in the commentator booth where he really does shine. Right now, he is a color commentator for TNT as well as NBC Sports Chicago. When he is analyzing hockey, that is when he is in his truest form. He truly does love hockey. And hockey is in his family's blood as well. He's got 4 children. 2 of them are playing hockey at some level. His younger brother played at the collegiate level. Unfortunately, in 2017, he was diagnosed with stage 3 colon cancer. He talks about it at length at this book. In 2018, he had the tumor removed. And since then, he has been cancer-free. So that is an amazing story. Going back to his accomplishments in hockey, he is a member of the U.S. Hockey Hall of Fame. He represented the U.S. 9 times on an international stage. And he was part of the 83-84 Olympic team. And at that time, he was the youngest member. He was only 17 years old. One of Chicago's most beloved personalities. I got a chance to meet him in 2019. This is when this book was released. He did a book signing, and I will show you here on the cover. It is inscribed to me, Andy all the best, and he signed this upper deck card as well. So there it is, a signed autobiography of Beating the Odds by Eddie Olczyk. It's a great read. If you get a chance, check it out. A lot of information, a lot of great stories, and it is inspiring as well. Let's stay in Chicago and talk about another one of Windy City's finest. This is a signed 8x10 by Hall of Famer, the Golden Jet, Bobby Hull. He spent 15 years in the NHL. His best years were with the Blackhawks, but he also spent time with the Winnipeg Jets and the Hartford Whalers. He is a back-to-back Hartford Memorial Trophy winner. For those of you that don't know, that is what they call the MVP in the NHL. After hockey, he was the Winnipeg Jets head coach for more than 2 years. But while he was playing, he was one of the hardest slap shot hitters in the game. He once hit a shot that was clocked at 118 miles per hour. And if you ever felt the weight of a hockey puck and you factor in that velocity, you can only imagine the damage that it could do. 604 goals during his time in Chicago. He is the franchise leader, and it's pretty hard to imagine that anybody will ever break that record. You know, your kids, ideally, are supposed to be better versions of you, and that certainly happened in his case. His son, Brett, a.k.a. the Golden Brett, one of the best hockey players of all time. You could say from 89 to 91, he was the best in the league. I had the pleasure of meeting the Golden Jet. I believe this was in the beginning of 2020. I do remember it was one of those brutally cold Chicago evenings. This was at a pizza place. He was as nice as can be. He does quite a few autograph signings. As you can see, it is inscribed to me. So there you have it. This is a signed 8x10 by Brett Hall. Number 9, the Golden Jet. What you're looking at now is a signed hockey puck by Martin Brodeur, 3-time Stanley Cup winner, 2-time gold medalist with Team Canada, spent 22 years in the NHL, 21 of them with the New Jersey Devils. When you think of the Devils, you think of Brodeur. He is the all-time league leader in wins with 691, shutouts 125, and games played 1,266. He is widely regarded as one of the best goaltenders of all time, and those all-time records most likely will never be broken. In 2016, there was a statue of him erected outside the Prudential Center. That is where the Devils play hockey. In 2017, he was named on the list of the 100 greatest hockey players of all time. It was a no-brainer there. And the following year, he was inducted into the Hall of Fame. This puck here commemorates that, as you can see. And I will flip it over. It is authenticated by Fanatics. I don't think he is involved in the NHL in any capacity at the moment. I know that he is an entrepreneur. He does own some pizza shops in Canada. He has written an autobiography. So there you have it, a signed puck, an official game puck, by one of the greatest goaltenders of all time, Martin Brodeur. And the last autograph that I bring to you is a signed 8x10 by one of the best defensive players in NHL history, Brian Leetch. 94 Stanley Cup winner, along with the aforementioned Eddie Olczyk. Spent 18 years in the NHL, pretty much all of them with the Rangers. He did finish out his career with the Bruins and the Maple Leafs. He is one of 5 defensive players to ever score 100 points in a season. He is a 2-time Norris winner. That is the award given to the best defensive player in the league. One of the greatest Rangers of all time. He has many regular season franchise records as well as all-time playoff records. And those will most likely never be touched. He was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 2019. I had a chance to meet him earlier this year at an autograph signing in Jersey. One of the nicest guys you'll ever want to meet. And as you can see on the lower right-hand corner, it is authenticated by JSA. So that is it for my final piece, a signed 8x10 by arguably the greatest player in Rangers history, and one of the best defensive players of all time, Brian Leetch. So that is it for part 17. I hope you enjoyed it. Part 18 will be coming up very soon. As far as baseball, the All-Star break is here. Both New York teams are in first place in their respective divisions, so we will see if they can still maintain that momentum. I want to thank you for taking the time out to watch this video. If you haven't already, please hit like and consider subscribing to my channel, and I will see you again soon. Again, thank you for watching, and enjoy the rest of your weekend.